All right, so I'm going to do a demo of drawing 15. Drawing 15, here's an example of what it looks like finished. I'm starting with this because I want you to see how this works. So you have a U shape, which you can see here in the front view. And then you have a box that sits inside of it. Now, a common error here is to have the box go all the way to the front and all the way to the back. But if you take a look at the top view and the side view, you'll be able to see that it's only 2 units deep. So there's 1 unit in front of it and 1 unit behind it where it's just the empty U. So the side view, you can see that drawn in with hidden lines. And the top view, you just see the 3 unit wide, 2 unit deep rectangle. So the way I would approach this is I would start off by drawing the U shape. And then I would start to fill in the other details around it. So the overall measurements of the U, we take a look at the front view, is 5 units tall and 7 units wide. So I'm going to start drawing that. I'm going to make sure I leave myself enough room for this. Let's say I start in the front, the front right side. So I'm going to draw an edge to be 5 units tall. I want to leave enough room for it to come up and over. So I'm going to start it right there. So let's do drawing 15 right here. So come down by 5 units. And now for the inside of the U, I'm going to come down by 4 units. I'll come over 3, 1, 2, 3. Do 4 units again. Come over by 2. And come down 5 units. And when I do that, now I can connect with my green lines to show length. And so that's the same lines that you see on the U shape in the front view. Now I'm going to leave this for a moment, the center section, and start drawing more of the U. So I'm going to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't leave myself quite enough room. I'll just keep going. There's no real details back there anyway. So it's 4 units deep. So just drawing the depth coming back from these corners. Remember that I'm not going to draw the line where I wouldn't see it. So right there, I don't draw it. Right here, I don't draw it. Now over here, we can see in the top view that we are going to have 1 unit before we get to this block. So I'm going to draw that line in. And if you aren't ready to do it right then, you can leave that until later. But it would be there. And as long as I'm doing this, I'm going to start drawing in some more of the back. And then we'll do the center. So I'll finish off this rectangle. I'm going to finish off this rectangle and this rectangle. Now I'm not going to do a lot over here, because while I know how far it goes down, you don't necessarily know that yet. So I'm just going to draw a little indicator here that there is going to be something there. So now if we take a look, we can see that we have this rectangle that's 3 units by 2 units in the top view, and since we don't see anything where it gets either bigger or smaller at the base, we can assume down at the bottom of it is still 3 by 2. We can see that it's 3 units tall as well. And in the side view, it becomes easy to see that there's this rectangle we see from the side view. It's 2 units deep and it's centered front back. So there's going to be, if we take a look at the top view, we have a rectangle that goes back 1 unit, it comes over 3. And that's going to show us where that other rectangle starts. That's 3 units tall. So I'm going to draw up 3. It's 2 units deep. And now it's going to be 3 units long. I'm not going to be able to draw all 3 because we're going to run out of room. It's going to go, basically it's going to go behind this object. So I'm only really going to get to draw 2, but that's okay. Remember, we don't draw hidden lines. If it's not visible, it's just not visible. Now, this right side of the U, this is done because any details are hidden behind it. But over here, there's just a little more to show because we need to see where that edge comes down. So I'm going to draw until it goes behind that shape. And that is the end of drawing 15.